What if everything you thought was real, your home, your body, your memories, even this very moment, was nothing more than an illusion, a projection, a grand cosmic play staged by your own consciousness, not a sci-fi fantasy, not spiritual fluff, but a truth so ancient, so profound it has echoed through temples, scriptures, and now science itself. Imagine being the dreamer, the dream, and the one who wakes up, all at once. Welcome to the sacred story of Maya, the illusion not just of perception, but of existence itself. 1. The universal illusion. 5,000 years ago, the sages of India whispered a word that held within it the deepest truth of reality, Maya. But what does this word really mean? It's more than just illusion. It's the reason why you feel separate from the universe, why happiness feels like it's always a step away, why you chase what's already inside you. Maya is not simply deception. It is the very mechanism by which the one becomes the many, where infinite consciousness fractures into individual lives, each forgetting its divine origin. Even right now, as you hear these words, your brain is turning invisible quantum waves into a 3D world. It's translating electrical signals into sight, sound, emotion. Your sense of self, a story stitched together by trillions of ever-changing cells. But who is watching all of this? Who is the true observer behind your eyes? The one who doesn't change even as your body, your feelings, your thoughts constantly shift. The ancients understood this. They knew the world we live in is a co-creation between the mind and the universe. A divine theater where each soul forgets its true nature so it can fully play its part. 2. Across traditions and texts, in the Vedas, Maya is described as Indra's power, the divine art that crafts reality itself. In the Mandukya Upanishad, we find the 4 states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and turiya, the 4th pure awareness that watches all 3. To turiya, all other states are dreams. To pure awareness, life itself is a moving painting projected onto a still canvas. The philosopher Shankara compared Maya to a rope mistaken for a snake in the dark. The fear is real, the snake is not. The rope was always there, just hidden by your mind. We fear the illusion because we forget the truth. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna, "This divine Maya of mine, made of the 3 gunas, is difficult to overcome. But those who take refuge in me transcend it." Yet this concept is not confined to Hinduism. In Buddhism, it is samsara, the endless cycle of suffering born from identifying with what is impermanent. In Taoism, it is the dance of yin and yang, duality born only in perception. In Gnostic Christianity, the material world is crafted by the demiurge, a lesser god who mistakes himself for the source. Awakening is not believing more. It's remembering the divine spark beyond illusion. Each of these paths teaches one essential truth: there is a difference between what is real and what only appears real. 3. The science of illusion. Fast forward thousands of years and enter the quantum realm. In the 20th century, quantum physics shattered our assumptions of solid objective reality. It confirmed what mystics had been saying all along: there is no reality independent of the observer. Heisenberg himself declared, "What we observe is not nature itself, but nature exposed to our method of questioning." In the famous double-slit experiment, electrons exist in all possible states until someone observes them. Only then do they choose a position. Consciousness literally collapses possibility into reality. Erwin Schrödinger. The mind behind the fundamental equation of quantum mechanics studied the Upanishads deeply. He concluded that reality is a unity. There is no separation. David Bohm, another physicist-philosopher, described an implicate order, a field of pure potentiality from which all forms emerge. A mirror of what Vedanta calls Brahman, the absolute indivisible reality behind all illusion. 4. Seeing through the illusion. So what do we do with this knowledge? Do we reject the world as fake? Do we stop feeling, loving, living? No. The purpose is not to escape Maya. It is to see through it, to remember that the character is also the actor, that behind the many is always the one. Like waking up from a dream and realizing the fear, the joy, the struggle, all of it was a story within your mind. This doesn't make it meaningless. In fact, it makes it sacred. You are not here by accident. You are not powerless. You are consciousness experiencing itself through form. And once you see the play for what it is, you can finally choose how you want to act. You can love without clinging. You can live without fearing. You can play your role beautifully, knowing you were never the mask. 5. Consciousness beyond matter. Consciousness isn't something the brain produces. In fact, it might be the opposite. Consciousness is the very foundation from which matter appears. This is what makes the hard problem of consciousness so, well, hard. Neuroscience has tried to locate the source of awareness in the folds of the brain, but keeps coming up short. Duality. Why? Because it's like searching for the dreamer inside the dream. The dreamer isn't in the dream. The dreamer is what makes the dream possible in the first place. Carl Jung, diving into the human psyche, uncovered something profound. Beneath our individual thoughts and memories lies a vast shared layer, a collective unconscious. It's a realm of ancient symbols in timeless patterns. From patient after patient, culture after culture, Jung began seeing the same archetypes arise: the wise old man, the hero, the great mother, the shadow. These were not random. They were the primal building blocks of human inner experience. He realized the ego, what we think of as I, is just a tiny island floating in a great sea. Beneath the surface, powerful psychic forces shape our thoughts, emotions, and choices in ways we rarely recognize. True psychological maturity, Jung said, isn't just knowing your individual story. It's realizing that your story is woven from threads that belong to all of humanity. 6. The vibration of reality. Meanwhile, the ancient Hermetic text, the Kybalion, proclaims, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Science agrees. What looks solid is really energy vibrating at different frequencies. A diamond and a cloud, they're made of the same stuff, just dancing at different speeds. And here comes the most mind-bending insight of all. There's no true line between observer and observed. There's only consciousness playing the roles of both. This is the subtlest form of Maya, not just the illusion that objects are real, but that there is a separate you witnessing them. In truth, both subject and object, both watcher and watched, are different expressions of the same field. We are not drops observing the ocean. We are the ocean momentarily shaped into waves. Einstein discovered that time and space are relative to the observer. This aligns perfectly with the ancient Vedic insight. Kala, time, and desa, space, are constructs of mind scaffolding to let the infinite experience itself in sequence. Quantum entanglement goes even further. Particles remain instantly connected regardless of distance. Sound familiar? The Upanishads said it thousands of years ago. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, all is Brahman. Separation is an illusion. Connection is the truth. 7. What do we do with this? So now we've reached the heart of it. You know Maya is real. You know the world as you experience it is a masterpiece of perception. But now, what? Do you retreat into a cave, reject the world? No, the answer is deeper. Maya isn't a mistake. It's not a trap. It's the stage on which consciousness plays, learns, discovers, and remembers itself. Without Maya, we'd be pure potentiality. But through Maya, we experience love, via art, growth, and reunion. Maya is not the enemy. It's the method. Vedanta outlines 3 levels of reality. Pratibhasika, apparent reality like dreams. Vyavaharika, functional reality like waking life. Paramarthika, absolute reality, the undivided Brahman. Your dream felt real until you woke up. Your waking world feels real until you awaken spiritually. Brahman alone is constant, unconditional, eternal. Ramana Maharshi put it perfectly. The world is real, but only when seen as not separate from consciousness. Gate individuation and integration. Jung taught that becoming whole doesn't mean discarding the ego. It means integrating it, making it transparent to the self. In alchemy, this process is called solve et coagula, dissolve the false and reform what is true. You don't stop being a person. You become a person who remembers what they really are, consciousness in disguise. This awakening isn't a one-time blast of enlightenment. It's a gradual, ongoing remembrance. Because Maya is clever. It hides truth in plain sight. Like an actor so skilled, he forgets he's performing. Awakening means remembering you are the actor, not pretending the character never existed. And in everyday life, it looks like this. Problems still arise, but they don't crush you. Emotions still flow, but they don't define you. Thoughts still race, but they no longer imprison you. You engage fully in life, but from a place of fundamental freedom. 9. The final paradox. Every sage across history whispers the same thing. You are more vast than your mind can comprehend, more free than your fears allow, more connected than you've ever dared to believe. Your journey isn't outward, it's inward. Maya isn't your enemy, it's your greatest guide. Through forgetting, you learn to remember. Through illusion, you rediscover truth. You are the prisoner, the prison, the key, and the freedom itself. Maya hides this, and paradoxically reveals it. To awaken in the dream is not to abandon life, it is to embrace it finally as the sacred dance it has always been. Every face you meet is another version of yourself. Every challenge a teacher, every breath a chance to remember. You were never born. You will never die. You are life itself playing in the form of a human being. Tiempo. The invitation Maya is your cosmic disguise and your divine invitation. If something inside you stirred a deep knowing, a memory you can't quite name, then maybe you're ready for the next step. The illusion may be strong, but there are ancient maps. There are keys. One of them is now within reach. The Master Key, a book that decodes the 7 laws of the inner universe, is linked below. It isn't just a book, it's a door. And if you're ready to walk through it, the key is in your hand. Welcome to the discovery of your true nature.